Man, the cost of living is literally choking us to death. I mean, it is expensive to live in America. Your paycheck is getting shorter and your expenses are getting longer and bigger. Now, you know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. We all feel that. Now, who am I? My name is Ivory Hodges. I am America's trusted financial coach. I work with people all over this country, helping them to do two things. I specialize in helping people get out of debt and also to build wealth so that they can retire early and have the financial security that they deserve. We all deserve a little bit of that. So I have a classic for you guys today. And this classic is, we're going to talk about it. We're going to go there and discuss the cost of living and why is it getting so expensive? Play the clip.
In this country is currently, it's not going to be, it is currently unsustainable. And there are people that they know this, but then they'll still look at somebody else that's struggling and then tell them they're not doing good enough. I want you to imagine somebody that makes $75,000 a year. That's a pretty high up wage in terms of like top earners in this country, $75,000 a year. And we're going to go through some things here. This is a person with no debt outside of a car. And please don't hit me with the, you can go buy a car for, shut up, you can't, shut up, stop saying ridiculous things.
Well, he's kind of right. I just had a friend, in fact, my best friend, he just went to the auto show. And it's an auto show. They go around, they show all these fancy cars and these nice cars. And this guy, he's a car buff. He loves cars. He always talks about cars. Cars is his thing. And he literally went to the auto show and he told me that a car that he was looking at, maybe it was probably, I don't know, years ago, it would have been 10 years ago, it would have been 75,000, maybe 65, something like that. He told me that the car had the sticker price. It was $102,000. Like, what? $102,000 for a car that probably would have been 65, 75,000. And this is a luxury car, to be granted, that is. However, the average car in America today, the average car, we're not even talking like super nice. We're just talking the average car. It's close to $50,000. $50,000 for an average car, new car. So let's continue here. I think this guy has something. I think he's kind of on to something here.
An entry-level decent car is $30,000. So this person who...
Actually, it's about $50,000 now, but I get the point he's trying to make here. So continue.
Puts $200 a month into insurance and they pay 5% into their 401k because shut up, people should be able to put money into their retirement. Because if you're not doing it now, you're never going to get to start doing it later.
Yes, I totally agree with this. I heard it all the time. People would tell me, oh, Ivory, I don't have money to put aside for retirement. Or why should I put aside money for retirement? I'm going to have Social Security.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
No, that's not true. The government is not going to take care of you, and they're not going to take care of me, okay? This is on us. We have to do what we need to do to protect ourselves. So, yes, you should be putting money aside for retirement. I don't care what nobody say. If you're in your 20s or your 30s, definitely in your 40s, you should be putting aside as much money as you possibly can because nobody's coming to save you. I mean, unless you had like a rich uncle or something, but let's continue.
After those two things come out of their paycheck and their taxes are paid, they bring home $53,850 a year from a $75,000 paycheck. Average rent in my state for a one-bedroom apartment, because an adult should be able to live by themselves, $1,700. That car payment at 6% for an entry-level, very reasonable sedan, nothing fancy, that car payment's $579 a month. Car insurance, $240 or so a month for a lot of vehicles in this day and age. You're a young person, you've got a nice job, but the insurance companies still want to screw you over. Food. You only cook at home. You never, ever go out. You only cook at home and you only eat decent quality food because a human being should be allowed to eat decent quality food. You pay $879 a month for that. You spend $250 a month in gas. You wear and tear on your car $100 a month. $80 for your phone, $80 for your internet, $175 a month for your electricity, $70 for your water, $20 for your cash.
Now, I just want to say this. That sounds pretty reasonable. He didn't mention like all these exorbitant bills, these crazy bills. He didn't mention that. These are basic expenses. Food, shelter, transportation, utilities, basic stuff. And on top of that, retirement, setting aside money for retirement, all basic things. Those are the basics. And a lot of us don't even have the basics. A lot of us are not in position to get the basics. Now, that's a whole nother story there, but that's the point I wanted to make.
75 grand a year, and outside of a car payment, you have zero debt. Do you know how much money you have left over annually at a $75,000 wage? You do nothing. You don't own a Netflix. You don't go out on a date. You don't pay to go to a park. You don't go watch a movie. You do nothing. If you can't find it on the internet for free, you don't get to do it. If you can't cook it at home for your $800, you don't get to do it. You have $3,700 left over annually. That's like $320 a month. And there's going to be, well, that's $300. Shut up. Shut your stupid, contrarian, edgelord mouth. That's not a doctor bill, because God knows just because we have insurance doesn't mean that we don't still pay far out the ass when we go to the doctors. People like to be entertained. They want to date. They want to. There's those of you out there that will tell somebody living like this on $75,000 a year before taxes that they are not doing what they're supposed to do, that they should get a second job, that they should get a side hustle, that they should get a better job. And the fact that you would look at somebody with no debt other than a car and say something like this to them means objectively you're a moron and you live in a fantasy world.
This guy's like, you're a moron and you live in a fantasy world.
Got him!
You know,
Got him!
but the funny part about that, he's kind of right. But I would add this one part because I thought it was kind of funny when he was like, oh, yeah, if you have no debt. Like, how many Americans have the luxury of saying that they're debt free? They don't have any debt. I know I do. I'm debt free. And I say that proudly because that's what I do. I paid off $32,000 of debt in just 6 months. Now I busted my butt. I have a whole system and plan. Again, if you want my help, I can definitely help you with that link in the description. But what I'm saying is that that's if you don't have debt. And that's assuming that you live in a nice, easy cost of living area somewhere in the Midwest. But what if you live in California, New York, high cost of living areas? 75,000. Man, I don't know if you're going to be able to do that. I don't know if you're going to be able to do it.
This is unsustainable.
All right, so I think he's right. This is unsustainable. Most of us, we can't afford that. And most of our budgets is red alert. Red alert. The cost of living in this country is way too high. It's too expensive to pay back your loans, whether it's credit card or credit card interest rates are 24, 30, almost close to 30% at this point. You have a car payment. You're just trying to pay your mortgage or your rent and just basic expenses. You need more money for sure. And there's only so much you can cut. There's only so much you can cut. But I always think that one of the things that we need to do is focus on our household. This is a real situation. And if you need a plan with this is what we're here to do. This is what I'm here to do. This is why I'm here to help you. If you have no plan to get out of debt, you need a plan to get out of debt. If you have no savings plan, you need a plan. You need a plan for retirement. You know that. I know that. We all know that. So that's my message for today. Hope you guys like this video. Subscribe and share this video with 3 of your friends because we all need to come together and start having these conversations, these money conversations, so that we can know the game, do better, and have financial security for ourselves.